from Jesus. And you may say, well, what's the big deal? I mean, Reverend, come on. A stone. You came all the way here to Pleasant Green afternoon to tell us about a stone. I mean, a stone is just a rock classified by mineral and chemical composition as well as the texture of the constituent particles and by the processes that formed it. But what's the big deal? I mean, the stone was a rock. It could have been igneous, sedimentary, or metamorphic. More than likely it was sedimentary because igneous rocks are formed when molten magma cools from the eruption of a volcano. Don't know of any volcanoes in Jerusalem at the time, so what's the big deal? I mean, the stone couldn't have been metamorphic because the Jerusalem atmosphere wouldn't allow it. So let's say the stone was sedimentary because it was formed by the deposition of either clastic sediments, organic matter, or chemical precipitates followed by the compaction of the particular matter and cementation during diagenesis. But that's all, Reverend. What is the big deal? Are you with me? The stone in our text was probably sedimentary because the class of rock is formed on the earth's surface and includes mud rocks and sandstones and carbonate rock, but that's all. It means nothing more, Reverend. What is the big deal? Well, the stone was great not only because of its size, but because of its significance. I said it was not only important because of its size, but because of its significance. For the same stone that we're talking about was what stood between their sorrow and God's surprise. That stone was what stood between human questions and God's divine answers. The stone was what stood between their worries and God's wonders. It's what stood between anguish and an angel. It's what stood between weeping at night and joy in the morning. It's what stood between them and the Lord. Am I in the right room?